Hello everybody and welcome to the Matplotlib tutorial number 5. So in this video we will actually see how you can find the roots of equation. Any equation of any degree, any coefficients of your choice, and my algorithm will show you that these are the roots of equation. Either the equation has the degree 5 or 8 or 10, maybe 20, maybe 2, or maybe 3, maybe any coefficients of the equation, but just one algorithm and you can find the roots in just 5 seconds. So basically watch that video. Okay, in the last tutorial we actually see how you can find how you can sketch the quadratic equation, the cubic equation, and any equation that has a degree 5 and 7. So what is the meaning of the roots of equation? The roots of equation, if we have an equation like ax squared plus bx plus c, so the roots of equation is defined as for what value of x y should be 0. Okay, give me sense. For what value of x y should be 0? That means according to the graph, when x is something and y is 0, that is should be a root. That means if we have a quadratic equation that is ax squared plus bx plus c, and we say y is equal to this, and for any value of x, y should be 0. If y is equal to 0, we're gonna say a root of equation. That is the method which will apply for any type of equation, either it's a quadratic equation, either it's a cubic equation. Okay, so ax squared plus bx plus c, we know the degree is 2 and the coefficients are 3, that is a, b, c, and cubic equation, and that has coefficients a, b, c, d, and equation that has a degree 6, so we have 7 coefficients. So my algorithm will ask you that what is your degree, that means what is the degree of your equation. So you're gonna say 2, 3, 4, anything, and then it will ask from you that what is the coefficient of x, what is the coefficient of degree 0, coefficient of degree 1, degree 2, like this way, and just calling our algorithm and you can find the roots. Interesting, we'll see actually. Okay, so what is the meaning of how the mathematics using this algorithm? So x squared plus 3x plus 2 is equal to 0. We have this equation. How you can find the roots? In mathematics we apply a factorization method, like we're gonna factor x plus 2 and x plus 1 is equal to 0. That are the factors, and then we're gonna say x equal minus 2 and x equal to minus 1. These are the zeros of my equation x squared plus 3x plus 2. Or we're going to use this quadratic formula minus b plus minus root b square minus 4x upon 2. Okay, so we're going to find roots by using this, but I am not using any factorization method. I am not using any quadratic formula. I am using my algorithm. Let me show you. Can you predict any trick or anything to find out the zeros? Let me show you an example. So we have to find out the zeros of quadratic equation from graph. So x squared minus 2x minus 3, and for that equation minus 1 and plus 3 are the zeros, and you can see these dots minus 1 and 3 are the values in which y is 0. So minus 1 and 3 are zeros. So we have an equation x squared minus 2x minus 3, and minus 1 and 3, they are the zeros of my equation. And when we put the values of these zeros in our equation, like minus 1, we're gonna find 0y, and then for y is equal to 0. So the trick is, you have any equation, you can we will apply a loop, and if the sum is 0, we're gonna say roots. So let's check our algorithm. So we need first coefficient, so a, b, c, and ax squared plus let's say x squared plus 3x plus 2, that is my equation x squared plus 3x plus 2. So this is my equation, and for finding the zeros of this equation, we're gonna say for loop, and for I in range minus thousands to plus thousands, this for this range, and we say y is equal to, and we say a times x squared plus b times x plus c. So this is my equation, and if we say if y is equal 0, or if y is equal 0, so we're gonna say print roots are plus an empty string, and now plus is and convert into string of I, so roots are this as pass. Okay, saving with control F. Okay, we got error. There is a solution for x. So for the equation x square plus 3x plus 2, we have minus 2 and minus 1 are they are the roots, and when we put the value like minus 2, we got our y 0, and when we put the value of minus 1, we got this again 0. So that is a method in which we can apply. Okay, what about changing the coefficients like x square plus 4x plus 3, like this for this equation, x square plus 4x plus 3, so we say like this way, and now minus 3 and minus 1, they are my roots. So by okay, let's apply our algorithm. So first thing, we need to define a function. So function that is an algebra function which takes degree. So you need to pass the degree of equation, and we already know what is the degree of equation. And then it will ask an input equation having degree plus an empty string, and plus we need to convert into a string but degree. Okay, so first thing, we will input function equation having degree this. Okay, and then print x. Okay, so we need a list of coefficient list. Yes, a list of coefficients in which we have coefficient list, and a list of powers like maybe an equation like I power 8. So 8 power, 7 power, 6 power, 5 power, 4 power, 3 power, 2 power, 1 power 0. And then we have related coefficients to that list. Okay, so a coefficient list, and then we're gonna say for loop, and for I in range of degree plus 1. So whatever the degree, maybe if the degree is 2, so 0, 1, 2, we know if we have degree 2, then we have 3 coefficients. So when we try to put only degree here, and if the degree is 2, so it will only, so the loop is executing only 2 times 0, 1. But if we have an equation that has a degree 2, that means we need 3 coefficients. But according to this thing, my loop is executing 2 times, so we need to execute our loop 3 times. So we're gonna say degree plus 1. Okay, that is, I think you can understand this thing. And how many times this loop executing, we're gonna input. So write coefficients having degree and empty string, and then plus a string of I. Okay, so user will each and every time inputting the values of coefficient list dot appending and x. Okay, fine. And when we got our list, we need to reverse our list. So coefficient list dot reverse. Okay, why we need to replace? Because this will start from 0, 1, 2. But if we're talking about a mathematical way, so we have ax square plus bx plus c. But a, b, c are coefficients. A, b and c are coefficients. But according to the method in which, according to coefficient list dot append, we have only from starting from 0, 1, 2, but reversing this, so it will go from maximum to minimum. Okay, and then we need a list of equation, tower of equations list. So equation list, and then we say I is equal to int of degree. we need to convert this also. So I is equal to int of degree, and then we say while, and in that while loop we're gonna say while I is less than -1, then element is equal to I. Okay, and then we say equation dot appending element. Okay, that is fine also. Equation dot appending our element, and then we say I minus equal ones. Okay, that is fine. So now we got our equation, and now we need to do is only to apply the loop. So for y in range -1000 to +1000s, maybe the zeros of equations are in this range. So for y in range of this, and now I'm gonna say sum is equal to 0, and then we're gonna apply nested loops. So saying for I in range of length of our equation, and for that we need to do is saying an element and y times y power equation and expression I. Okay, fine, times the coefficient list and expression I. So it is something like a a times x square. So it is something like y square into a. Okay, and then we need to do is sum plus is equal to LE. Fine again. And okay, for the zeros we're gonna say if sum is equal 0. Okay, if sum is equal 0, then we're gonna say print, and we need to print is roots or zeros are plus an empty string again, plus we need to convert string, and but why. Okay, if sum is this, then else, and in the case of else we just pass. Okay, now my algorithm is automatically applied, and now we need to just calling our function, so saying algebra, and let's check for the equation that has in a degree 2. Okay, Control S for saving, and now just need only to call. So okay, so now it's time to check our file. So saying python tensor.py and running. So write coefficients having the degree 0. So x square plus 3x. So first check for x square plus 3x plus 2. So we say x square plus 3x plus 2. So 2, 3 and 1, these are the coefficients. Okay, so we got -2 and -1. No, there isn't a problem. Okay, so Control S saving, running, equation having degree 0. So 2, 3 and 1. We got error in line 24 and line 30. Okay, let's check it. What is the error in our question? Okay, so everything is fine in okay into this step. Okay, okay, we got the list of integer, so we need to convert this. So converting now, it's converted now. Okay, and now this loop while I is less than -1 and then I minus equal 1, then this piece of code is executing in this case. Okay, now it's executing, and then we say for I in range of this, and okay, there is one more error. We say here print roots are and plus an empty string plus converting to string and what y. Okay, but we need to execute this piece of code not in that for loop but outside this loop. So we say this way. Now it's everything is perfect. Now saving with Control S, now going and running. Okay, so if you write the equation that having the degree 0, so we say x square plus 3x plus 2, so 2, 3 and 1. Okay, so now we got perfect. So the roots are -2 and -1. So in mathematics, if we're going to check this equation x square plus 3x plus 2, we just need to factorize x square plus 3x plus 2, x plus 1 and x plus 2, and then we got our roots and zeros that are -2 and -1. Okay, let's test it for few more values. What about if we have an equation that has in a degree 3? So we need to just pass a parameter here and the 3. Control S for saving Python times pi. So equation that having in a degree 0. So if we check for x plus 1 whole cube, what about for that equation? X cube plus 3x cube plus 3x x cube plus x cube plus 3x plus 3. So 3 x cube plus x square. Okay, degree 0, degree 1. Okay, there is some error. Plus showing of degree, equation, prime range of this. Everything is fine, but why it is not working? Let's test for more values. Python times pi. Red coefficient that having the degree 0, so it's saying 2, 1, 3. Okay, for that also we say 4. Okay, so for that equation we got so in that case we have 4x cube plus 3x square plus 4x cube plus 3x square plus x plus 2, and in this method we are getting only the positive, only the real value. So -1 is only the real value. Let's check it for few more values. Okay, so now we say x square plus 4x plus 3. Okay, so x square plus 4x plus 3, so we say 3, 4, 1, and now we got our roots, and that are -3 and -1. Okay, algorithm is working properly. Let's test it from few more values. So what about if we have an equation x square plus 4x plus 4? So x square plus 4x plus 4, 4 and 1. So we got our root, and that is -2. Okay, so let's test for few more values. If we have only 2 here, let's check for x square. Let's check for x square plus 2x plus 1. So x square plus 2x plus 1. So we have 1, we have 2, we have 1. Okay, for x square plus 2x plus 1, that is x plus 1 whole square, and the roots are -1. So this algorithm is working properly. Let me show you how actually the zeros are. So zooming for you. So wait just a minute. So as you can see, if we have an equation, x square plus 4x plus 3, this is an example of scattering. So x square plus 4x plus 3, for that equation we have -3 and -1. We already checked that. So as you can see, when we have -3 and -1, so in the case when x is -1 and -3, we got the value of y that is to be 0. So this is the proper algorithm in which I think you understand this concept. When for particular value of x, y should be 0. So that are the roots, and we also execute in our algorithm. Okay, so if everything is fine from my side, wait for the next tutorial, because in the next tutorial we will talk about the legends, titles and styles in Matplotlib. Wait for the next part. Thanks for watching.